Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. To my returning subscribers, as always, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. To my new subscribers, my name is Sam G. I am your lifestyle and personal finance guy. Today I'll be getting into a two-part series where I'll be giving you personal finance tips. This will range from credit cards to investing to saving and to even spending. Just a broad overview of some general tips that has helped me over the past couple of years and I think will help you too. So kick back, relax, we're just gonna dive straight into it and I hope you enjoy the video. First tip is budgeting as your friend. Learning how to budget and balancing your bank account is an important part of knowing how much comes into your account monthly and how much is taken out of it monthly. Simply winging it every month is a great way to incur bank fees as well as credit card debt. So you definitely want to make sure that you understand how much money you have coming in and how much you have coming out so you don't overspend on your purchases or any needs that you may have. You can get a quick handle on your finances by going through your statements for the past several months and making a list of your average monthly income as well as a list of your average monthly spending to give you a better picture of how much you have coming in and how much you have going out. You may want to break up your monthly spending into categories such as basic needs, that'll be your rent, your utilities, your groceries, as well as your discretionary spending, that'll be shopping, travel, and Netflix. And this will help you kind of start categorizing stuff, and you may want to track it for, let's say, a month if you're not too sure of what your previous statements are looking like. This will give you a better idea of your net income, right? So if your net income is positive, then you see that you have more money you can put towards maybe a savings account or a retirement account. If it's negative, then you see that you're overextending yourself financially, and then you can start to cut back in areas where you feel like you're spending too much. So making a categorized list of how much you spend and where you spend it in is really essential to making sure that you're using your money wisely. You can also consider starting a side hustle to help you get some extra money on the side, so you can put that towards your savings, put that towards some project that you want, a passion project you're looking forward to, your retirement, anything that you really want to do. If your net income is negative, you definitely want to look for other ways through which you can make money to increase your monthly income, to support your monthly spending. For my second tip, you should build an emergency fund. We don't know the next time that your car is going to break down or the next time you have to take an emergency trip to the dentist. And if you don't have the money to foot the bill for those kinds of things, you're going to end up with high credit card debt as well as defaulting on your bills. So definitely build an emergency fund to kind of counteract some of these things that may come up, some of these spontaneous issues that may arise. You want to make sure that you have the money to get that situated in the event that that happens. The rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of income as an emergency fund. You may open a high yield savings account as well as an online savings account or a cash management account where you can easily access your money should you need it. So think about these things when you're trying to budget your way, and also when just find personal finance tips in general to really help you just make sure you're always on top financially and not incurring any debt. So emergency funds are very, very essential, and they form a huge part of your life, whether it be outside college and the workforce. We don't know when catastrophes will hit. We just can be prepared for them, right? You can't always control external factors, but you can always control how you react to them. So let's make sure that we're being proactive in saving. Let's make sure we're being proactive in how we're using our money. That way we can always be financially successful. Tip 3, avoid a credit card balance. Having a credit card at your disposal can often be a problematic thing because we are often tempted to charge more than we can afford, and that becomes a problem because of the high interest rates when you carry your balance over from month to month. The reason why is that credit cards have some of the highest interest rates out there. Some can be as high as 16%. And you have charges that carry over from month to month for every single month that you carry over a balance. So anytime you don't pay off a credit card and it goes into the next month, you get an interest fee that is applied to that balance and you have to pay off. And you can quickly see how that becomes a problem if it compounds over time and just balloons up into a huge bill and you end up with a lot of credit card debt. So you definitely want to avoid that. However, if you're already in that situation, don't worry, there are methods that you can utilize to pay that off. The avalanche method is a popular method that people use to pay off their credit card debt. We start with your minimums for all your other credit cards and then tackle the ones with the highest interest rates. So you put a lot of your money towards paying those off first while paying off the minimums for all your other credit cards. Once the highest one is done, you go to the next highest interest rate and you move on to the next highest interest rate. What we're doing here is that we're trying to slowly but surely chip away at the high interest rates so we can make sure that we're not incurring high interest rates over time and blowing up how much that we owe in credit card debt. So you start with the highest interest rate, work your way down to the lowest interest rate, and by the time you're done, you've paid off your credit card debt. So it's a step-by-step process, and I think it's very emotionally freeing when you're done, and you just feel better overall, because incurring debt in this day and generation is something that is tough for a lot of people. So just learning and financial freedom is walking day by day, step by step into financial freedom. It's just really a gift that, a lot of people don't get to experience, but you have to be intentional how you're working towards that goal and what you're doing. So keep that in mind. Tip number 4, always try to pay your bills on time. Paying your bills on time is an essential part of building good credit history. Late payments will get your account sent to collections, and that's really going to affect your credit score. A poor credit score can make it difficult for you to get car loans, mortgages, or any type of debts that you can incur to move forward a business, or just it is a myriad of things that's really going to affect you if you don't get a good credit score or you don't work towards getting a good credit score. Therefore, you should always try to pay your bills on time. You can set up auto payments if you find yourself being negligent or neglecting certain things. You're easily forgetting when due dates are. Always set up auto payments from the get-go so you never run into having to miss a payment or being periodically late on payments or being habitually late on payments, because that again is going to flag you for delinquency, and that is going to have you hurting your credit score. So make sure that you keep that in mind. Tip number 5, start saving early for retirement. When you're young, retirement can feel far away, but putting money away as early as possible can help you take advantage of something called compound interest, which gives you more time to save, meaning that your interest built upon your savings is more over time. You definitely don't want to be in a position where you're racing to catch up when it comes to your retirement savings. You want to make sure you're being proactive as early as you can, as young as you can, to save up for retirement with your Roth IRA, even if it's just your individual stocks, whether it's there are a whole bunch of brokerage accounts that you can use, HSA, there are a lot of retirement accounts, 401k, there's a lot that you can look into to just start saving and just making sure that you're being proactive and saving for retirement. This will be beneficial once you get older. It makes a huge difference if you start saving from 25 compared to you saving from 35. As usual, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. This is a 2-part series, so I'll be posting part 2 on the next video upload, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, please comment them below. You can also contact me on Instagram at Koffeekeyz. Description will be in the comment box down below. Have a wonderful day, and until next time.